In the past, journalists were the first people on the scene of a breaking story. Journalism included a pen and paper and a reporter vigorously scribbling down notes on the fly. These stories were then published into the next morning's paper in order for readers to get this breaking news as early as possible. Fast forward to today's digital landscape, and a whopping 24 hours seems like an eternity to wait for a breaking news story. The days of reading the latest news stories in the morning paper are long gone. This is not to say that the newspaper is a completely dead journalistic tool. However, those people loyal to the newspaper will readily admit that they continue to read it for nostalgic purposes, rather than a first-rate news source. Journalists are now in a constant battle to be the first person to break the news minutes after the event occurs. Nowadays, you do not have to be employed by a news station or a publication firm to be a journalist. Blogs and other forms of social media inspired the growth of the citizen journalist. According to Mark Glazer of MediaShift.org, the idea behind citizen journalism is that people without professional journalism training can use tools of modern technology and the global distribution of the internet to create, augment, or fact-check media on their own or in collaboration with others. Examples of citizen journalism include using a blog to review local restaurants, documenting a car accident on a major highway on your social media account, or pointing out factual errors and adding your opinion on a current political event. Websites such as Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube are notorious mediums for citizen journalists to publish news and opinion pieces. The recent rise of citizen journalism has been met with a generally warm welcome. However, with the copious amounts of citizen journalism pieces floating around the internet, users must be careful of inaccuracies and heavy biases. Although citizen journalism can be entertaining and informative, we must not forget the time and effort that goes into gathering, framing, and reporting the news by professionals. According to John Pavlik's Converging Media text, editors look for logical weaknesses, errors, and gaps in stories, often asking reporters to get more information. Fact-checkers research stories for accuracy as well. Citizen journalists do not have editors or fact-checkers, and often report their stories very casually. This can lead to substantial gaps in stories and inaccuracies. So if a citizen journalist is your main source of information, you may want to reconsider your source. This is not to say citizen journalism isn't a positive development. Citizen journalism is a wonderful thing. It has bred a culture of opinion sharing and in-the-moment breaking news. Pavlik explains, many news organizations, CNN's iReporter, for example, have tried to cultivate their audiences as sources of raw news footage. Although there are opportunities for citizen journalists to contribute to large-scale news organizations, citizen journalism is still more of an activity rather than a career. According to Pavlik, despite the great potential to increase citizen engagement on local, national, and international levels, citizen journalism lacks a business model to promote sustainability and support paid reporters and editors. Nevertheless, it signals a shift toward more interactive citizen participation.